waiting for the buzz. Oh,
Now can you keep talking that shit about my fucking kid? And you annoying me and aggravating me. And I'm trying to enjoy my life.
Rolex on your wrist, a plain giant.
Standing at the bus stop, sucking on a lollipop. Once she gets pumping, it's hard to make the hottie stop. Hottie stop, stop, stop.
You ready? All right now. This could be a crazy ride. I'm warning you now. The following video is broadcasting live, and thank you for being my studio audience. Thank you for hitting thumbs up and subscribing to my channel for more black news, celebrity entertainment, and a splash of controversy. What up, and welcome back. I'm Jane, the plainest Jane, and here on this channel, I provide syrup in the form of black news and celebrity updates. All right? I have missed you all. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all of that good stuff. My stalker slash co-host is right here begging for his payment, but I need to ensure that he's going to be here for at least half of the shift. So therefore, he's going to have to wait to get his payment, but he's right here hanging out on the chair. Hey, do you want to go up here? You want to go up here? No? Why don't you go up there? You don't want to go up there? Okay. Well, sit there and stare. I know I'm beautiful. Am I beautiful, everybody? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Honestly, I have truly missed the hell out of y'all. Okay? Y'all probably didn't expect me to pop up today. I decided that I wasn't going to give you a warning about me popping up today because, you know, sometimes when I say, hey, I'm going to do this later and it doesn't happen, I kind of feel like, dang, I lied to y'all. So I figured I'd pop up and say, surprise, 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 surprise. You know, I figured I would give y'all a little surprise. Charles, Stickies, your Jane is ready. We here. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready to talk about the things? So I got some topics that I want to talk about. I also want to know what y'all want me to talk about off the cuff. We've got a couple of things we need to talk about. I want to get into a little Kiki Palmer, something that JT said, and I'm not like a big city girls type of person. There's some social media things that I want to discuss. Of course, we got to talk about Roda. Y'all know we spoke about Roda behind the paywall, on members only and for the membership, and if you're a part of Patreon. And so there's some other things that we need to get into. So drop your pancakes down below in the chat. I'm happy to see you all. All right. Make sure y'all share this video on social media and your group chats, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, however it is, via text message with your homegirls, homeboys, whoever, however. Just make sure y'all share this video and we're going to get right up into it. So I'm going to go over the things that I have seen online, and towards the end of the video, I want you all to chime in and let me know, because anything that y'all kind of want me to talk about, of course, I've been still watching social media. Just because I haven't been on camera doesn't mean I haven't been seeing what's been going on. So I think the color purple was just something that I wrote in at the end, but it's not ingrained into this show that I've planned today. So I did plan a show for you all today. So I am really excited to talk to y'all and to go over was I missed y'all too. There's so many people. I wish I could respond to all of y'all. I saw y'all when I was getting ready, when I posted the video saying that y'all missed me, and I wanted to respond to all of y'all individually, but it's just too many of y'all. The Stickies, the Pancake Posse, we in here. So I really want to get right into it. I don't even want to waste a lot of time. It's been 4 minutes. Let's just go ahead and get right into some of our first topics. Okay. We not even finna play these games with talking for 10 minutes. And then y'all are like, well, where the hell is the video? We're not doing that today. We're not doing that today. And honestly, that's not really something I want to be doing this year. Quiet as kept. So let's get right into this right here. And I want to know if you have heard about this. So I was extremely shooketh. And thank you to everybody who's coming on in, paying your fare by hitting the thumbs up button. It's a free way to support the stream. It doesn't cost anything. Of course, if you do support the stream in ways that are monetary, I'm grateful for that. But it's not required. It's not a requirement. What is a requirement is to hit that goddamn like button. Okay. Now, what is Kelly Rowland doing? Okay. I log into Twitter, right? Minding my business, being nosy. And I logged into Twitter today on this good day, this good 21st day of 2024. And not only do I see Kelly Rowland trending, I see Tyler Perry trending alongside Kelly Rowland's, right? So not they're trending separately. It's Kelly Rowland and Tyler Perry are trending together. What the hell is going on? What's happening? And to my surprise, I see that Kelly Rowland will be starring in a Tyler Perry film called Mea Culpa, right? Or Copla. However, I'm not sure if this has some sort of cultural, enunciation or pronunciation, but okay. A criminal defense attorney takes on the case of a seductive artist accused of unaliving his girlfriend. But when burning desire takes a hold of things, it gets hot and dangerous, premiering on February the 23rd. And this is the cover art for it. Kelly girl. You in danger, girl. I'm worried about you, girl. Girl, what's happening? What is happening that Kelly Rowland is taking her first major, her acting debut, and trusting it in the hands of a goddamn Tyler Perry? How does this make any sense at all? Is it just me? Is it just me? Because Kelly girl, don't let him slap you in a bad wig from Party City or $9.99 Synthetica or $19.99 Synthetica. Something that you can't even put heat to because it's going to melt. It's flammable. And have you up here in your major acting debut with some sort of rushed storyline. All of Tyler Perry's storylines surrounding Black folk have a rush storyline. Tyler Perry's got a couple of good projects under his belt. A Family That Prays, but also he worked on that with Oprah. For Color Girls, but also he worked on that with Oprah. Why Did I Get Married and Why Did I Get Married Too? Okay, we was with that. You had Jill Scott and Janet Jackson. That's because he couldn't shortchange those seasoned actors and musicians and performers. You cannot shortchange a Janet Jackson. You cannot shortchange a Jill Scott. I'm kind of concerned. Did y'all see a fall from grace? I just don't trust Tyler Perry when he is telling the story about a Black woman's plight, because he doesn't care to get it right when we give him the feedback about how he has dropped the ball or missed the mark. And I'm worried for Kelly because I'm like, at what point did you feel like you needed this, girl? Kelly girl, let me talk to you for a second. I didn't get desperate from you over the last couple of years. I didn't get, oh, I just need a check. I'm just going to accept what comes my way. Like, I was about to be shady. Is it too early? This is my first video of the year. Is it too early to be shady? I could see a Vivica Fox taking a role like this. I don't see this for Kelly Rowland. I don't. And I'm just like not understanding where this is coming from. I'm not saying Kelly don't act. I'm just saying to trust him with your debut like this. I don't know. Let me know. I could be thinking too far into it. That's what I'm saying, Leo. That's what I'm saying. Even the cat, even my co-host cat doesn't agree with this. He doesn't agree. And so I just also fear, in addition to this, if Kelly Rowland is really feeling like she wants to dive into the acting world, the acting pool, depending on how this film goes or doesn't go, succeeds, flops, fails, this could affect any roles you get in the future or how seriously people take you in the future. And Kelly, I know you've got to see. I know you've got to have, at least I would think, I would assume that you have your ear to the ground enough to know how irresponsible Tyler Perry can be with telling the stories of and about Black women and how it oftentimes misses the mark. But okay, yeah, Leo, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But okay, Kelly girl. Okay, Kelly. You know, we were in the Discord earlier today for the channel members. And somebody said, you know what? I like Kelly, but I don't like Tyler. I'm going to sit this one out. Another person said, don't judge me. I'm going to watch it. I said, child, I ain't judging shit because I'm going to watch it too so that I can be critical. And so I can come here and tell you what it was or what it won't. What it was or what it wasn't. Because this is not, it's just not really, it's not given too much. It's not given. But listen, Stickies, I want you to comment down below and let me know what you think about it. Do you think it's going to be good, bad? Put a 1 in the chat if you think that this is going to be something like, oh, Kelly, you go, girl. It's going to be bomb. Put a 1 if you think it's going to be bomb. Put a 2 if you think it's going to be a bomb in a bad way and it's going to blow up and be terrible. Put a 1 if you think it's going to be great. Put a 2 if you think it's going to be horrible. Okay, just let me know. Let me know if you think it's going to do good or bad. Put a 1 if you think, you know what, this is about to be epic. Oh, Tyler Perry and Kelly. Put a 2 if you think, baby, this is not it. Let me know, and we're going to move right on to our next story, okay? Do we see any ones? Okay, I see one. I see 1. Good for you. You know, we got some optimistic stickies around here. That's for sure. I see 1. And see, here's the thing with both Oprah and Tyler Perry. Okay, I see 2 1s. Oh, I see 3 1s actually, but everything else is a 2. The thing with Tyler Perry and Oprah, and you know, they're friends. They treat people, how can I say this in the best way possible? I'm not trying to be messy this early into the new year. Again, you can't get away with shortchanging Janet Jackson. You can't. In how you treat her or how you pay her. Same with Jill Scott, right? These are people who know what it's like in the acting or the entertainment world. Kelly Rowland has no clue. This is why Tyler Perry mostly relies on new talent, because they don't know what the standard is and what they should be expecting. We all saw the press around The Color Purple. Let's be real. Oprah could care less about making sure that the actors on set of a film that was about Black women oppression, she could care less about making sure that those Black women were treated correctly. Hello? But there's some people that she wouldn't dare do that to because they know better and they've been in this game, this acting business for far too long. So this is why Tyler Perry is oftentimes finding people from Instagram skits online and inexperienced actors and actresses because they don't know any better. You can shortchange them salary-wise, and you don't really have... Oprah was literally didn't give them nothing to eat, told you drive yourself to work, which is a liability, and didn't even give them private dressing rooms. So Taraji P. Henson and Danielle Brooks and Fantasia was all supposed to be out there changing and they bras and having their titties hanging out around the rest of the cast. Hello? This is what she was going to do to them unless they required more or better from these millionaire billionaires. Please stop playing with me. Please. Please. I guarantee you Oprah wouldn't have done that to Gayle. Moving on. Let's get to the next thing, child. Kelly girl, you in danger. You in danger. Okay? Let's get into our next story. Let's see. What are we getting into next? You know what? Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into... We all know Halle Bailey. She had the baby, right? It was suspected in a really nasty way. Y'all know I covered that whole nasty debacle with Funky Dineva and Fox Soul last year when he spoke so disrespectfully about both Halle and Chloe, right? Just the entitlement. Tell us what it is. You need to tell us or stay home, B word, like da da da. This is a black man who emulates black women, but also wants to disrespect them at the same time. Pathetic, right? Extremely pathetic. But nonetheless, if she wanted to keep it private and not come out and give the world a PSA about her pregnancy, she has that right. Just because she's a celebrity, it doesn't mean that you are entitled to knowing what the hell is going on in her womb, in her body. Everybody doesn't like sharing that. And you have no clue what goes on when a woman is pregnant, whether you just have no clue. You just have no clue. Okay. So again, I'm busy minding my business, being nosy. And thank y'all. Hit the like button if you haven't already. The likes look like they're extremely low, and I'm real disappointed in y'all. I'm extremely disappointed in y'all. Okay. How many likes do we have right now? Can somebody let me know? Because I don't even want to say how many likes it looks like we have right now. Maybe my software is a little slow, but it's looking like y'all not even messing with this stream. Oh no, over here it says 25. Here it says 109. Okay. So let's get into this. All right. So, okay, we at 109. Okay, that's cool. We still could use more of y'all hitting that thumbs up button. All right. So a lot of people were really, I guess, disappointed, concerned, or really wanted better for Halle, right? And she had her baby boy. And so I followed them on Snapchat. If you don't know, Halle Bailey and DDG, they're young. They're like early 20s. And they're on Snapchat more than everything. I'm going to be honest. I still have a Snapchat account? Yes, because I made one when I was 20 freaking 3. I don't know. Long time ago. But that's where they are primarily, right? So I just, I go over there and I see that DDG done posted this. Now let me zoom in. Okay. He's posted. Now you can see that this is DDG's Snapchat. And he says, no, not again. Pregnant is 2 lines. And he's posted the 2 lines and this is what's going on. Now, really, I think the reason why a lot of people don't like DDG is not because he's gang affiliated. He's got a criminal record. It's just, he's a troll. That's essentially what it is. April Fool's Day last year, he posted a sonogram and a lot of people was like, oh no, that's nothing. Turns out it was something. But outside of that, he trolls. I remember when the rollout was happening for the Little Mermaid, and he posted something. I like my coochie stinking, nasty, and funky. He posted something to the like, and I'm paraphrasing, but he posted something like that. And we were all like, what the hell? Halle is on her way up as a Black Disney star, right? This is a Black Ariel, our first Black Ariel. And in the midst of this rollout, before the film releases, you posting, I like my pussy twang. Funky, nasty, stinking. And so we was kind of like, you trying to ruin what she got. You trying to sabotage our girl. That's how we felt. Ultimately, what we have to realize as a people is you can't want more for people than they want for themselves. A lot of people assume that DDG is broke, but he's not, right? Do I find a lot of his antics to be cringy? Yeah, I do. I find a lot. I would say more than half of what he does, I find to be cringy, to be quite frank. But he's not broke, right? He does, and it may not be in the realm of where you spend your time on social media, but he does have a channel and stuff like that. And he's not a broke bum, And a bum is not really just based on money. Sometimes it can be based on behavior, but that's a whole nother thing. Nonetheless, I feel like he's trolling here. But he trolled us April Fool's last year too with the sonogram, right? So turns out that sonogram was actually, if you do the math, she had the baby in December. So it's like, what is this? I know damn well you ain't knock her up again already, and this is what's going on. Please tell me no. But at the end of the day, this is Halle's relationship. This is her decision. She's going to have to learn on her own time. She's going to have to learn on her own time. The same way we want it better for Kiki Palmer, who we're going to get to in just a minute. A lot of us wanted better for KeKe. A lot of us felt like, why are you dealing with this guy? What's the catch? Like, whatever. And, you know, Halle hasn't, quote unquote, gone down the way KeKe has. And I don't want to say KeKe has gone down, but we all see what's going on with her baby daddy and how ridiculous this whole debacle has been. And now we got Kiki Palmer's baby daddy pulling some mess as well. And we're going to get into that in just a moment. Okay. So, let's go ahead and get into that. Shout out to all of y'all. DDG lost me calling baby Halo a look. Oh, he didn't. See? You see? Got her looking corny. Yeah, you know, the thing about I think the reason why in general, first of all, let me take a sip. I think the reason we are so upset, and a lot of us initially, we didn't have the right verbiage, but as I've had time to sit back and think about it, it really boils down to this. We don't have a lot as Black people as far as representation when it comes to Disney princesses and just iconic people to look up to in the entertainment industry. Not as much as Black people, right? And so Halle being on the way up, no kids, unproblematic. Same with Kiki Palmer. Kiki Palmer has had a very long-standing career since Akeelah and the Bee. Very unproblematic young woman. And she gets wrapped up into this guy. And sometimes when you get with someone who isn't necessarily your equal or doesn't have as much to lose as you, they depreciate you. They depreciate you to some extent, whether it's the way people perceive you and your value in general, whether it be your actual value or how you are perceived. And so now it's going to take Kiki Palmer, let's just use her for an example. It's going to take her a while to get this stain off of her because this man is trying to sink her battleship. He is trying to derail her career. What does Kiki Palmer's baby daddy have to lose? Don't worry, I'll wait. In comparison to what Kiki Palmer has to lose. So just by a proxy, right? Kiki Palmer is out here looking crazy just because her baby daddy is doing this and then sending pictures to certain bloggers with cat scratches talking about, oh, look at what she's done to me. Even the proximity, the close proximity, and y'all having this child and having to co-parent for the next 2 decades is really enough. And especially when it comes to a woman, when it comes to a guy, the way sexism and patriarchy works, a guy would be okay if the shoe was on the other foot. But when it comes to women, if the guy isn't your equal or doesn't have as much to lose as you, or you haven't been able to sift out the fact that he is or is not problematic, it can be a detriment to you and how you were perceived in society, which has a lot to do with your placement in the public eye and in the entertainment industry as a woman. Getting roles, winning awards. If you seem like a liability because there's always something problematic being said about you in the blogs, that can be a hindrance to you as a person in the public eye. It's not like you're just clocking into the supermarket every day. If you're going through that and you just work at the supermarket every day, who cares? Your job isn't in jeopardy. It's not going to stop you from clocking in tomorrow. But let's move on to the next topic. And thank you all for being here. Be sure to drop some pancakes down below. in the chat. And if you haven't already paid your fare, please be sure to hit the thumbs up button. I really do appreciate that. Be sure to pay your fare. A shout out for the $10 super chat. What's up, family? Happy Aquarius season. Yes, happy Aquarius season. Y'all know my birthday is February the 6th. So my birthday is coming up soon. Thank you so much for the Cash App. I do appreciate it. It means a lot. So let's keep it pushing. And shout out to all my channel members and my moderators. I do appreciate you all. All right, let's see. What is our next story that I want to talk about? Do I want to get into Kiki Palmer right now? Let me know what y'all want to talk about next. Do y'all want to talk about Kiki Palmer next, or do y'all want to talk about Roda and the whole brick situation next? Let me know. Put Kiki or Roda in the chat. Let me know. I'll leave it up to y'all. Okay. This is the people show. This isn't just my show. This show is for all of us. So this show, it makes me feel good to put together these shows, but y'all do have input into this show. Y'all make my show and my platform. So I feel like it's only right that y'all have a say so. Okay. Brick, Kiki. I'm seeing more Kiki. It seems like a lot of people are tired of the role. To be honest, I am tired of the brick situation, but I do have some thoughts because I've seen some conflicting reports and stuff that I haven't seen other people point out. Okay, it seems like we're getting more Kiki than brick. Oh, really, Leo? That's what's going on? Come on, Leo. You want a treat? Come on. Let the people see you, and then we'll talk about Kiki, and then we'll move about our business. Come on. Okay, wait. You putting your hand on my... Okay, give me... Hello? Sir. Okay. Can I live? Okay. That's his little paycheck. If he stays a little longer, he might get a little bonus, little overtime pay. Okay. Sheesh, Louise. Couldn't even get it up. All right. Let's keep it celebrity related first with Kiki Palmer. Okay, cool. Got you. Thank you for that. Okay, so let's get into Kiki. Excuse me. Let's get into Kiki Palmer. All right, let me find my graphic that I put together. Child, I'm a little rusty, but I'm making it through. All right. Putting this show together. I ain't just want to come on here shooting the breeze. I wanted to come on here with an actual show that I put together for you all. That's how much I care. All right. I still care. Okay, so Kiki Palmer, right? We know that we saw the still images, the alleged abusive relationship between her and her baby daddy, right? Because she's a mother. Okay. And we saw those still images and we saw him come out and he went to a particular blogger here on YouTube and showed these freaking cat scratches, right? The issue that I took with that action in particular from her baby daddy was these are kitten scratches and there is a such thing as defensive wounds. Hello? I could go out and murder somebody right now, but that person will be clawing and fighting back, and I would have defensive wounds on me, even though I was the aggressor. Hello? Has nobody ever watched Dexter? Has nobody ever watched Unsolved Mysteries or Forensic Files? Anybody know about Jeffrey Dahmer? Does anybody know the basics about when you're in a fight, even when someone attacks you first, you still walk away with defensive wounds? And if those things truly stood up, and I'm just telling you how I felt because I didn't cover those things because I've been gone for a minute. Now I'm back in the jump off. Okay. If those things were truly credible, number one, that blogger would have left those things up on their social media. They did not. They're the only ones who got the exclusive. However, with a name as big as Kiki Palmer, Kiki Palmer's baby daddy, Darius Jackson, was shopping that shit around. And the only person he could get to take it was one blogger on YouTube who was dumb enough to say, Kiki Palmer was the aggressor here. Look at these scratches. Look like a kitten that can't control their claws yet. Ask me how I know about a kitten that can't control their claws yet and doesn't know how to take them in yet. It looked ridiculous. It looked like he had went to the damn ER and they stuck a needle in his arm and you come home and you see the little prick. So you mean to tell me that this was all over? This was on the Daily Mail, Radar Online, The Blast, Gossip, TMZ, all over the place. Even the Shade Room and the Neighborhood Talk. And he shopped this around to all of these different outlets. And everybody looked at it and said, brother, that don't look like she was the aggressor. Those look like defensive wounds. And everybody declined it, even the most salacious of the most salacious websites, that being the Daily Mail and TMZ. And they declined it. And your only option was to turn around and go with somebody who is known for shaming women who have been victims of domestic violence situations. And we were supposed to take that as, oh, Kiki Palmer, abusive domestic violence. Please. And then the recordings also didn't make any goddamn sense. Fast forward to today. Well, this week, should I say, right? Fast forward to this week. And thank y'all for hitting like on the video. It's all about critical thought. If you disagree with me, that's fine. Keep it sticky and real and respectful down below in the comments or in the chat. If you're chasing the bus, it means you're watching the replay. Comment down below. Just let me know how you thought about it. This was my critical thought process because defensive wounds are defensive wounds. Even the Murdochs had defensive wounds on them. And he's a murderer. So now we know Kiki Palmer she filed a restraining order against her baby daddy. Somewhere in the middle of the minutia, she rescinded it. Okay. Bad move, in my opinion. Not a very smart move for our girl. But there are some things you just got to learn the hard way and on your own, right? Well, now Kiki Palmer's baby daddy's brother, right? That guy who played in Insecure, this guy right here. Now he done filed a restraining order. Like, wait a minute, what? What is Kiki's baby daddy's brother filing a restraining order for? Not only did he file it against Kiki Palmer, he also filed it against her mother, claiming harassment based on the fact that she has, quote unquote, publicly lied on him and his family. So let me give you these details. I'm going to read this report for you. And thank you for dropping some pancakes in the chat. Okay. So we already know that Kiki Palmer is currently in a heated custody battle with the father of her almost 1-year-old son, Darius Jackson, who is 29 years old. November of last year, Kiki was granted a temporary restraining order and temporary sole custody after submitting evidence to the court, okay, of the alleged abuse that she endured while dating Darius Jackson for 2 years. Now, Darius has maintained his innocence and even filed a counterclaim arguing that Kiki Palmer was the primary aggressor in their relationship. Now, let me just pause real quick and say, clearly Kiki Palmer's baby daddy is abusive. Also, the brother has claims of abuse, and also both of their father have claims of abuse. Domestic violence just runs in that family. It sucks that Kiki wasn't able to do her research to find this out. But as I stated earlier, some lessons have to be learned the hard way. Leo, stop. So, okay. Now, the brother, his name is Sarunas. I don't know how you pronounce his name. I could give a damn. Okay, because he's a POS at this point. Now, he filed for a restraining order against Kiki Palmer and her mother, named Sharon, and it's reported that he wants the mother-daughter duo to stay at least 150 yards away from him, his family, his home, and his workplace. As if Kiki Palmer is ever really in his vicinity anyway, but I digress. In addition, he reportedly wants Kiki not to, quote, speak publicly or privately about him or his family. Now, he's also alleged in the filing that Kiki Palmer harassed him with false accusations in an email sent to Darius's lawyer on January 11th. He wrote in the request, quote, "She has made foul claims that I have sexual abuse claims on me when I do not, and I've never done such a thing," end quote. And Kiki Palmer's baby daddy's brother, who is currently dealing with his own custody battle with his former co-star, Dominique Perry, he continued to say that Kiki has gone to the media and used her celebrity to publicly lie on his family and him, which has resulted in death threats by the public. Girl, this is honestly making it worse. It's making it worse, and there's nothing about this that is truly believable. Kiki Palmer didn't really go to the media. This was leaked to the media. All right. And at this point, it's like Kiki Palmer's baby daddy tagged his brother in to continue to embarrass Kiki. Kiki has been getting a lot of roles lately. Did Nope by Jordan Peele do too well in the box office and in general? No, not really, but she's constantly got roles and everything else. Kiki Palmer has never had drama attached to her name until she got with her baby daddy. Or this whole thing came with her baby daddy. She's had a long-standing career for well over a decade. And here comes all of this drama. And so now here comes this weird looking brother. Just look at the way he smiles in general. Just look at it. And now here he is tagging in. Oh, she said you do have some problematic stuff. I've seen his paperwork. And that really wasn't anything that Kiki was bringing up. It was more so people who were investigating the family history. So Kiki Palmer's baby daddy is abusive. Turns out the brother is abusive. Turns out their father was abusive to their mother. It's not Kiki talking to the public. That's journalists and nosy people and bloggers being nosy and digging up and trying to connect the dots, in which we did. That's not Kiki Palmer. But you trying to drag her name through the mud in this way is quite foul and quite pathetic. However, here's the good thing about this. The judge denied it, and the judge actually denied it pretty quickly. So, the judge denies Kiki Palmer's ex-boyfriend Darius's brother's plea for a temporary restraining order. Let me read these details for you. The brother of Kiki Palmer's ex-boyfriend, Darius, was shut down in his attempt to obtain a temporary restraining order against the entertainer over alleged harassment. Now, these were court documents that were obtained by Radar Online, and a Los Angeles Superior Court judge denied the petition filed by him. Okay? And so that is the saving grace of this all. This really sucks. I know a lot of people are giving Kiki Palmer a lot of flack because they're saying she dealt with a Dusty and she had a baby with a Dusty and she should have dated up and that's what she gets and I don't feel bad. And it's like, everybody makes mistakes. This is unfortunate. A lot of people felt some type of way because she wasn't married first. Now think about if she was married and then had a baby by this guy, how much of her money he would have been able to walk away with, right? So I know that there's this thought process that we have where, oh, people people don't want to commit to marriage. They'd rather commit to a baby before marriage. And that just doesn't make sense. Well, when you have more to lose than the person that you're dealing with, sometimes, you know, it really might be a good thing that Kiki Palmer didn't get married to this guy and that she only had a baby with this guy, because he probably would have been getting child support and so on and so forth. This is unfortunate. I'm hoping that Kiki Palmer can heal from this situation. I did see her tweet something the other day that really made me think that she was kind of in this deep space of reflection, I would say. And that she was kind of like learning some lessons. Let me see if I can pull it up and find it real quickly. And make sure y'all hit thumbs up if y'all haven't already. Okay, this is exactly what it is. This is what it is. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So this made me think, okay, Kiki Palmer seems like what's done is done. It's spilt milk. Do we want better for Kiki Palmer? Do we wish she hadn't reproduced with this Dusty? Absolutely, we wish that. But what's done is done. Ultimately, are we going to badger her forever for this? Are we going to badger her forever for this? Or are we going to support our sister? Because, I mean, okay, so Kiki says, I'm no guru on successful relationships, but I believe that love should honor individualism, even in partnership. If I'm not good as an individual, how can I be good in union? If love means compromising my passion, ambition, or dreams, then it's not the love for me. Because if I lose myself, I'll eventually lose you too, or worse, or blame you. So this makes me think that Kiki is sitting over there, sitting up in my room, thinking about me and you. I must confess, I'm a mess for you. She might be learning from her lessons. It seems like she's trying to put her head on straight. She can't undo the pregnancy, you know? And this is just a really foul move. This is a really foul move coming from her baby daddy's brother, to be quite frank. It's foul. It's vindictive. It's malicious. It's frivolous. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. On and on and on and on. And it's horrible. It's horrible. It's bad enough she's trying to clean up her spilt milk and realize and figure out where she went wrong so that she doesn't make this mistake again in the future. And then you got the brother coming in months later. Bow! Let me try and ruin what you got going on. Because truth be told, outside of Insecure, what the hell does the baby daddy's brother got going on? Okay, I watch Insecure. I saw him in Insecure. What else he be doing? Again, and even in this scenario, Kiki has more to lose than this goddamn brother. What's he losing? He already ain't doing shit. After Insecure, what the hell has he done? Don't worry, I'll wait. Nothing. Trying to sink her battleship and derail what the hell she got going on. As soon as you start trying to heal a little bit, here comes somebody trying to rip your scab off. It's just quite pathetic. Kiki Palmer clearly made some mistakes. But damn. All right. He said you hit that. Okay, yeah, I like my brandy. Okay. I love my brandy. So, you know, that's that. Let's see. But the show been off for the show's been off for 3 years. What has he done since then? Is his career that popping that we can name 5 projects he's been in since then? Can we even name 3? Can we even name a commercial? Can we even name a YouTube or Instagram or Facebook ad? We can't name shit. That's my point. His career is here. Kiki Palmer's career is here. All right? That's my point. That's my point. All right? Tired of his mess. I've seen them in a couple small things, right? A couple small things. What are they? Name them for me. They're nowhere near as mainstream, and they don't have the level of visibility as Kiki Palmer. But if you want to name them, you can. But don't nobody else. Can somebody name something? Something. I mean, hell, even if it's on Amazon Prime, name it. Even if it's on Tubi, shit, name it. Damn. I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't know where he at. Somebody said something on Tubi. Oh, child. Exactly. I'm asking too much because you can't name it, because again, when you have nothing to lose, you'll help the people around you that you have proximity to lose everything they have. And that's why you have to be careful when you do have something to lose, hanging around and giving people access to you and being in proximity with people who don't have anything to lose. Because when you do have something to lose and you're around people who don't have anything to lose, they'll help you lose everything that you have so that you can be on the same level as them. Kiki Palmer's acting career, her notoriety, her visibility, her awards, even her likability online is nowhere near, it's nowhere near a match. It's nowhere near a match. That's why he has no problem crashing out over this. He's crashing out in the name of trying to help his brother get a lick back. Is this hindering his career? How can you hinder a career that nobody can even see? That's my point. That's my point. So, it is what it is. Nonetheless, I've been losing a little bit of weight. All right. Let's go ahead. Oh, some of these men, I just cannot. But listen, I pass the question off to you, Stickies. What are your thoughts and where do you land with this? And listen, y'all know things are always sticky in Hollywood and in real life. Let's get into this next story. If you're looking for ways to support the show, consider hitting the like button, hit the thumbs up button, or you can send it a Cash App, a Super Chat, or join the membership. However you support the show, even if you do it with the like or the subscription, I do appreciate that. What is our next story? Oh, this one. I have got to know how y'all feel about this on today's episode of What the Hell is Wrong with Y'all? Baby, they've been trying to drag me across hot coals on the damn Instagram in the comments based on my opinion about this interaction between a Black dad and his son. And y'all know we recently got a lot of snow. A lot of places all over the country have gotten snow. And I'm over here in Baltimore, Maryland. Baltimore, stand up. Maryland, stand up. Eastern Shore, stand up. And I want to know how y'all feel about it. I'll come back and tell y'all how I feel.
Y'all want to hear something crazy?
They don't want to hear nothing crazy. I'm not going out and shoveling nobody's snow. You can take all the Instagram stories you want to.
My son just said that I'm treating him like a slave because I'm making him shovel the front of the house, number one.
I didn't say you treat me like a slave because you're making me shovel. I said shoveling like a slave.
Okay, same difference.
No, it's not.
And
no, it's not.
He doesn't think it's a good idea to go around the neighborhood and shovel people's fronts out for money.
Because who's doing that? Who's doing that? It's 2024. Did somebody want their house shovel to get up and shovel for themselves? And then you already made me shovel once, and you want me to do it again? No.
Yo, this new generation, boy. This is the new generation.
Go home.
We used to go get money out here.
I have a job.
We used to. That's cool. So you double up.
No, not shoveling nobody's white lady snow. No.
You supposed to see this opportunity and seize it.
Opportunity. No, that's more work for me. Why would I do that? This is an off day at school for me. I want to lay home and lay in my bed with no clothes on all day. I'm not going out shoveling nobody else's snow. No. I'm going to shovel your snow. No.
Rolex on your wrist, a plain Jane.
Oh. That's what we doing? Oh. Baby, my cat can't even get away with talking to me like that. You heard what I'm saying? Okay. All right now. All right. I'm going to give it some time. I'm going to pause. I'm going to let y'all ponder on what y'all think about it before. Okay. Okay. All right. So let me show y'all how I feel about it. Okay. And let me show y'all what the people been saying to me. Baby, they've been coming for me. And I'm like, I just left a simple comment. Now the comment got over 3,000 likes under the thing. And you got people coming at me with all types of think pieces. And I'm like, it's really not that deep. Okay. Here's my initial comment up here. I said, his tone alone is flat out disrespectful. I would have been picking my teeth up off the floor had it been me. That's what I said. Right? Pause. But wait, before you part your fingers to type something. You had the new generation taking this shit literal. Literally, right? You see the one girl down here at the bottom, she said, your parents beat you. Okay, we get it. I said, okay. Someone else said, but the son is right, though. Why would you make your child go and shovel other people's mess for petty change? Petty change. Baby. I used to shovel some snow. I came home with bank. It was more than... And it's not make. It's a matter of if you want extra a lot. Okay, here's the other one. Why do people, this is the one that I was with. Why do people equate not hitting your kids with them becoming disrespectful? No one said no punishment. Some parents just don't hit their kids. I've never hit mine and never will. And I guarantee you they won't call me out my name ever. Glad my parents were relaxed and laid back, and I never disrespected any adult. Every parent is different and every household dynamic is different. Before I elaborate, let's just watch this one more time. One more time.
Y'all want to hear something crazy?
They don't want to hear nothing crazy. I'm not going out and shoveling nobody's snow. You can take all the Instagram stories you want to.
My son just said that I'm treating him like a slave because I'm making him shovel the front of the house, number one.
I didn't say you treat me like a slave.
You did.
Making me shovel. I said shoveling like a slave.
Okay, same difference.
No, it's not.
And
no, it's not.
He doesn't think it's a good idea to go around the neighborhood and shovel people's fronts out for money.
Because who's doing that? Who's doing that? It's 2024. Did somebody want their house shovel to get up and shovel for themselves? And then you already made me shovel once, and you want me to do it again? No.
Yo, this new generation, boy. This is the new generation.
Go home.
We used to go get money out here.
I have a job.
We used to. That's cool. So you double up.
No.
He have a job. He got a. Ooh, that voice a little squeaky, ain't it? Ain't it? I have a job. No, I ain't. No. Okay.
Not shoveling nobody's white lady snow. No.
You supposed to see this opportunity and seize
it.
Opportunity.
No, that's more work for me. Why would I do that? This is an off day at school for me. I want to lay home and lay in my bed with no clothes on all day. I'm not going out shoveling nobody else's snow. No. I want to shovel your snow. No.
Rolex on your wrist, a plain Jane.
My man said no. Okay. So you had people telling me in the comments, oh, you wasn't allowed to express yourself to your parent. That's what this is. It's not about me. Oh, he's establishing about, I couldn't even screenshot all of the comments that I got. It was so many. About 10% of the people, I wouldn't even say 10. I would say like 7% of the people who responded was like, he laid down a boundary. He shouldn't have had to. You should be able to establish boundaries with your parents. Wasn't nothing wrong with what he said. And I'm like, oh my God, yo. It is 2024. Y'all's comprehension isn't the bar is it's in hell. It's in hell because it's about how you say it, not what you say. My initial comment was his tone alone is disrespectful. He could have easily declined or conveyed to his parents, listen, I ain't finna, right? Because that's not how you want to talk to your parents, right? You don't talk to your parents with an attitude or like they're one of your little friends or like it's your homegirl up the street that's getting on your nerves. Like, girl, leave me alone. Like, I'm tired. Like, that joke is tired. Like, get away. You don't talk to your parents the way you talk to your little friends. You don't. This young man looks like he is no older than, I'm going to give him 14, 15. Somebody might say 16, whatever. Whatever the fuck job he has is probably somewhere along the lines of Burger King, McDonald's, or pushing the damn carts back at Walmart. He ain't making that much money, you know. So for him to say, and his father distinctly, specifically said, shoveling snow for money. I ain't shoveling nobody's snow. For what? Because what? For money. That's why. You make minimum, wherever this young man is working, he's making minimum wage or a quarter or 40 cents more than that. He's a child. He's not making what grown people make, $18, $19, $20. He's not making that. Nor is he getting commission. There were times, because younger people have a different strength set than adults do. And so I remember going out and knocking on them doors, especially elderly people who live by themselves. You're talking about if people want they things shoveled, they can get up and do it themselves. Well, there's some elder people who live by themselves who can't. And so it might take you about 35 minutes to shovel their driveway and their steps or whatever. And they'll turn around and give you 25 or 30 bucks. And that was just 30 minutes. And then you go to the next. You made bank doing stuff like that. So, you know, there were people responding to me in these comments and saying, oh, you don't think that kids should be able to have boundaries? You should be able to express. Yes, you should be able to express yourself. There was a more polite way that this young man could have declined his dad's idea of how to pick up some extra bucks. So everybody doesn't have the ability to go out and shovel their driveway. And so some people are willing to spend good money for people to go shovel around their stuff. And that's where the money comes from. People who just don't feel like it. Hello? And so his tone alone was disrespectful, but so many of the younger generation missed the mark with trying to drag me beneath my comment on this blog because and then here's the thing. I had this one girl. I'm like, oh girl, you must have been in slow classes. I didn't even bother responding to her. Oh, your parents knock your teeth out says a lot about your. Oh yeah. Because it was totally literal, right? Yeah, I would have been picking my teeth up off the floor. Yeah, it was totally. Oh, yeah. Just like when our parents told us, I brought you in this world and I'll take you out. Oh, yes. All Black parents are murderers. Whoever said that, right? Stop playing with me. I'm so tired of y'all. Well,
Why?
all our parents weren't killers, but there was certain figures of speech that put fear in our heart, that hurt our feelings. It's the same thing with me and this cat right here. I don't have to hit this cat. What I do is I speak, like, for example, sometimes when Leo is up here on my desk, I don't mind it. But if I have certain stuff out or my makeup or something out and I'm like, Leo, get down. Leo, get down. Leo, get your ass down before da-da-da. And that tone of voice and the way that I say it hurts his feelings so bad to the point where he hops down and then he cries. Oh, because it's a certain figure. Am I about to kill the cat, step on him, or do anything crazy. No, but it's a certain way that you, and the fact that you got to explain this to Gen Z is crazy to me, or anybody that comes at, is crazy to me. So I guess when you go back and you watch the Cosby Show and you see Bill Cosby say, I brought you in this world, I take you out, I guess you got to assume that he's finna murder his kids when they make mistakes, fuck up, and he's got to correct them. He about to kill them, huh? When I say I would have been picking my teeth up off the floor, they would have knocked all my teeth out, right? I guess when my mother said she was going to knock me into next week, I guess that means that she would really slap me and I would mysteriously end up in next week. Is that what that, like, I'm tired of social media. I'm tired of the younger generation. Okay. I'm really sick. And I'm really I smacked the black off you. They said all types of stuff. And they just had different figures of speech that let you know I'm not playing. Don't talk to me that way. You can lay down the back. And, you know, okay, the boy feels like he has a job and he's too lazy where he feels like, I don't want to go. He doesn't really know the value of $1, and he doesn't realize that he could go out there and spend 3 hours shoveling 7 different neighbors' snow and come home with at least, in this day and age, he could probably come home with like 150 or something like that dollars untaxed, which is more than whatever he's making at this job that he's saying that he has. So he doesn't really understand the real opportunity, and he's not even willing to try. He would rather, this is the part that really got me. Listen to this really closely. You can record all you want to, but that tone would never be tolerated. And I'm about to tell you something and how these things spiral out of control.
Y'all want to hear something crazy?
They don't want to hear nothing crazy. I'm not going out and shoveling nobody's snow. You can take all the Instagram stories you want to.
My son just said,
you can take all the Instagram stories you want to. I ain't sure. Could you imagine talking to your fucking parent that way? And here's the thing with allowing your child to talk to you any old type of way, with any old type of tone. I totally respect the figure of speech. I just lost my thought. Oh, I totally respect the figure of speech. I'm not one of your little friends, and you're not going to talk to me like one of your friends. You talk to one of your friends with, you can say whatever all you want, girl, but this one I'm doing, right? When kids start talking to you sideways, it snowballs into more and worse things. How do you think we got to the Catch Me Outside? How about that chick? And that's just not a white thing. That's just not a white thing. I've seen plenty of Black kids telling their parents to shut the fuck up. Shut up, mom, and da-da-da, and even getting physical with their parents to the point where the parents don't know what to do with them. It starts at a certain place with allowing your child to talk to you any old type of way. So this right here, it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. It is saddening to think that these are the leaders of tomorrow. By the time you see kids talking to their parents, Mom, shut the fuck up. No, I'm not doing nothing. And you can do whatever you want to do. And I don't care. It starts somewhere. And it starts with the nuances and letting their tone get out of control. Again, it's not what you say. It's how you say it. And there's a better and a more respectful way this young man would have been like, Dad, you know what? I have a job. I don't want to shovel these. Shoveling ain't my specialty. I got a job. I don't want to. Do I have to? Because I really don't want to. That would have been a very decent, respectful, non-smart alecky way. Now, you can record all you want to, but and he twisted his neck. And I saw some people, he would rather be doing his makeup. That's why I said, you know what? Okay, y'all taking it to another place. Y'all taking it to another place, because some people was down there calling. They said he don't want to shovel snow because he's sassy. I said, okay, y'all taking it to another place. But my point is, his tone was extremely out of line. His tone was so out of line. And we're not about to sit here and play dumb and act like his energy wasn't disrespectful. It's not what he was saying. It was how he was saying it. Let's keep it a buck. All right. Ooh. Oh, his voice was crackling a little bit, but I didn't take it there. That was people that. Okay, but I pass the question off to you, Stickies. What are your thoughts and where do you land with this situation? Any and all thoughts, keep it sticky and real down below in the comments, even if you're chasing the bus and watching the replay. All right. Because that thing threw, and I thought it was over. This was like 3-4 days ago. I posted this and people still coming down there like, kids should be able to establish boundaries. He didn't do anything wrong. And okay. Your kid's going to be on Dr. Phil talking about kids should be outside. How about that? Okay. All right. That's that. So let's go ahead and, okay, we are moving along in our show. Making sure we stay on schedule. Before we get to Roda, let's just touch on this because this really probably isn't really going to take a whole bunch of time, but I do think it's a really good conversation. Okay. So, have you all hit the thumbs up button yet? Listen, y'all are on a bus ride. We are driving through different neighborhoods and different topics, and all you got to do to pay your fare is hit the thumbs up button. You don't have to send a Cash App. You don't have to join the membership. All you got to do is hit the thumbs up button, and also be sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not done that already. Okay. Shout out to Ash. That's a different way to spell Ashley. Shout out to Ashley for the Cash App. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. I've never seen Ashley spelled that way. That is very unique. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Okay. Let's get into this from JT said this, and I'm not like a big city girl type, like city girl situation thing. It's not too much my thing, even though they got a couple of songs that I don't mind. Let's get into this. So JT tweeted out, and this is about just kind of etiquette when it comes to people's weight gain or weight loss is essentially what we are discussing here. And what JT said in her tweet, and y'all know she's in a relationship with Uzi Vert. Telling someone they're getting skinny or big is insulting. Just say, quote, you look good or something in that area. Someone else says, and I really want to know how y'all feel about this. I really want y'all to comment down below. Someone said, I don't know. If I'm getting too big, let me know. I'm the type to look in the mirror when I've gained too much weight and think, why ain't anybody tell me? And JT responded and said, why does anyone have to tell you how you look? Trust, we be the first to know how we look and smell. Oh, now she added smelling to it. You're not a child, but hey, to each their own. Unless we're gym partners or setting goals together, keep your comments to yourself. Listen, I think this brings up a really good question. Because there have been times where I've gained weight and I really didn't appreciate the comments about it. And I mean, you know what? Actually, I got a couple comments on YouTube when I gained weight last year. I got several comments. I even got somebody said, what happened to her face? Jane, what happened to your face? And I'm like, I gained weight. Now, mind you, I've lost the weight since then, but still, that was interesting, even though that was just online. But, even in person, I've been mistaken for pregnant when I wasn't. I just had happy weight because I was in a new relationship. And when you're in a new relationship, your blinders are on. It's like when especially if your honeymoon phase lasts for an extended amount of time and y'all cooking for each other, or I was cooking, y'all are just enjoying it. So there were a few times when I was mistaken as pregnant. I can honestly say the last time I was mistaken as pregnant, I was like, it back then. It was the third time in that period. I was like 22-ish. And the third time somebody was, it wasn't even like, are you pregnant? It was like, oh, are you having a boy or girl? And I was like, I'm not pregnant. And, oh, I'm sorry. After the third time, I was like, okay, I need to make a change. Right. You know, I do carry weight well, so to speak, but that doesn't mean that I want to look that way. But anyway, but there were times when I also got super skinny after that. So after that, I got extra skinny. So much so to the point where I got comments from coworkers. I got comments from customers, regular customers that came in every day and was like, oh my goodness. And really, I had got so skinny because of stress. I got stressed out because I was engaged at the time when I gained all that weight, and it was happy weight because we was all da-da-da. And then I broke up with him and then went back to my bartending job, and I was on my feet all day. And also I just had some other stress going on based on other life factors. And I was getting skinny, but I didn't want to be that skinny, but I don't want to say dangerously skinny, but skinnier than super skinny. And people commenting on it made me so uncomfortable. It made me because I didn't want to be that small. At that point, I wanted to gain like 10 pounds so I could look normal. And then I would have some people like, don't lose any more weight. Or if you lose any more weight, you're going to disappear. Oh, what is your workout regimen? I'm not working out at all. I'm just fucking stressed. So honestly, commenting without being invited to comment. Now I can see if I've been talking and I'm like, hey, I want to lose 10 pounds, or I'm going to the gym, and if I tell you that I have a weight loss goal and you can see that there's some slimming going on, cool, comment on that. But if not, don't just invite yourself to comment on my fucking body size. Are you kidding me? Like, you look like all you need to do is put on a beard to be Santa Claus, and you're commenting on my weight. Keep that shit to your fucking self. Like, it can be some people think that, oh, don't comment on weight gain, but I can comment on weight loss. Oh, you losing weight, you looking good. That doesn't always make somebody feel good, because when I was getting a slew, I'm talking a heap and a plethora of comments on my weight loss, I was so hurt by those comments because I didn't want to be that little. So especially when it comes to women, I can't speak for men. Maybe if it's men, and if it's somebody that's a gym body and they're like, oh, today was leg day, today was arm day, and you're commenting on weight gains, cool. That's something where you know that this person has certain goals because they're talking to you about them going to the gym, and you're commenting on them, fine. But if nobody is talking to you about their weight loss or gain goals, and you invite yourself to comment on that, you're walking in dangerous territories and you're liable to get cussed the fuck out. That's just what it boils down to. Now, a Black family, they ain't going to hold no bars back. A Black family will tell you, oh, you getting chunky, you get big. And that can be a thing within itself too. Because usually the family member that's telling you getting fat is the family member that is already fat. Hello. And for when I did get big, when I did get a bit bigger, I was about 30 pounds. Oh, it was a little more. I was about 34 pounds heavier than what I am right now. And I went around my family and they said something about the weight gain that I had acquired. I didn't have it in me to diss them back. But I'm like, I'm still just only half the size as you. Well, hello? What the? Hello? It be the fat. Okay. Bringing it back. Some things you should be saying in front of people's face, and some stuff you shouldn't be saying in people's face. That's the bottom line. For example, let's just say Luther was still alive. Luther Vandross, right? Let's say he was still alive. And I went to go meet him. I went to his concert. I went backstage and I met him. I shook his hand and whatever. And I went to go tell my family, oh my goodness, I met Luther. You know, weight shouldn't be the centerpiece or what y'all are talking about when it comes to people. But this is just an example as to, Yeah, you might talk about somebody's weight, but that don't mean you got to do it to their face. Sometimes you need to do it behind their back. And it might sound shady, phony, and two-faced, but just hear me out, right? Just hear me out. If I went and told my family or my friends, I met Luther backstage, they'd be like, oh, shit. Did you meet Big Luther or Little Luther? It was Big Luther. It was, it's like, you think I'm gonna meet Luther and say, hey, hey Luther, you little today, hey little Luther, hey Big Luther, like what? I'm not gonna say that to your face, but kitchen table talk, barbershop talk, hair salon talk will lead to a different conversation. So everybody don't want to hear what you got to say to their face about their weight. They might be trying to change it. They might be in the situation. It might be health related. It might be mental health related. Sometimes depression. I've had different spouts of depression in my life. Some of my depression spouts had me lose weight. Some of my depression spouts had me gain weight. And so talking to somebody in their face, if they haven't discussed with you that they're trying to lose or gain, if you're encouraging them based on the goal that they've set, again, if I say I'm trying to lose 10 pounds and you see me slimming down, cool, comment like, I see it. You putting in that work. Good job. But if I ain't said nothing, then mind your fucking business. Don't comment on my weight loss. Do not comment on my weight gain. At least not in my face. I know you know this. We all got eyes. Talk about that shit at the kitchen. You're going to talk about it. Everybody, that's just what it is. That's just what it is. When I tell my family I met Luther and they want to know if it was Big Luther or Little Luther, I'm going to tell them which Luther it was. But you think I'm going to say that to Luther face? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The hell? People get too comfortable. And I like to reiterate to people, just because you're saying you're losing weight, it doesn't mean that it's a compliment. It really doesn't. Because some people are insecure about how little they are, how small they are, or a certain type of weight loss that they really may not desire at that time. They may not desire at that time. And I remember I had got so skinny at one point that I low-key looked sick. I look sick. I have a long face, so when I'm extra skinny, the skeleton. Remember, the Chadwick Boseman thing. Like, come on, let's be real. Let's be real. Let's be real about this. So I think JT had a really good point. I think she had a really, really, really good point with it. Yes, loofah. Y'all in the comments talk about loofah. Yeah, it's loofah. It's definitely Luffa. It's loofah. Was it Big Luther or Little Luther? It was Luther. It was Luther. And especially when it comes to women. So I can't speak for men. Men, if you feel something different down below, or let me know your thoughts. I can only speak from a woman's standpoint. I don't know how men feel about it. But that's that. I don't understand how hard it is for people underweight. Right. And I even heard a story the other day about this woman who had walked into work and she kept bigging up her coworker, like, you losing weight. I'm so happy for you. You getting so skinny. And that person had cancer and they passed the next week. Like, hello, everybody's not losing weight voluntarily. Everybody is not voluntarily losing weight. All right. Like, that's just the bottom line. So people just need to be a bit more sensitive to that. And that's just that. Okay. So, oh gosh, it's time to talk about Roda. I'm not ready. Am I ready? We got to talk about Roda. We got to talk about Roda. And so, yeah, I have a couple of details and things that I need to go over with her, with you all. I did have some just hilarious stuff to talk about. It doesn't seem like we're going to be able to get into just hilarious this evening, but that's okay. we will talk about Just Hilarious either later tonight or tomorrow. However, be sure you hit thumbs up if you have not already. Be sure you have subscribed to the channel if you have not already. And we will be back in 60 seconds, okay?
Get into this Black-owned business, Stickies. It's got things for inside your home, outside your home, and even on the go. JasmineMadeIt.com is your new destination for Black Girl Magic mugs, tumblers, and even wine glasses. You can even customize the tumblers and wine glasses. There's a lot going on for a low price over at JasmineMadeIt.com. And if you've been serious about wanting to support more Black-owned businesses, here's your chance. Let JasmineMadeIt.com handle all your problems for family and friends. You ever had a friend over and they just wasn't catching the hint or paying the rent?
Y'all asses all get to stepping.
Yeah, tell them to get to stepping with this nostalgic Martin-themed doormat and shop over a dozen different doormat designs over on JasmineMadeIt.com. All right, Stickies, you know what time it is. It's time to put your money where your mouth is and shop Black today. Make life easier for you and your household by taking your family's hot or cold beverages on the go with one of these unique tumblers. It's insulated to keep your beverage at temperature, and it comes with a few different reusable straws and even the specific brush that you need to wash it so you can keep it sanitized and germ-free. They've got all kinds of designs to match your mood or style. So grab something for your wife, the hubby, or even the kids over on JasmineMadeIt.com. That's JasmineMadeIt.com, and I'll see you over there.
I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. All right. Leo, you gonna have to wait out the rest of your shift if you want the rest of your pay. You'll get your money when I'm done. Y'all name that movie. You'll get your money when I'm done. All right. So let's get into Roda and her foolishness, child. Not somebody put bricks in the chat. Y'all are a mess. I'm here for it. I am here for it. Okay. Okay, so here we go. I was about to say, don't nobody know the movie? Dang. All right, so we got to talk about your favorite brick lady, brick salesman. Baby, if I owned a cement company or a brick company, the way I... Never mind. I wish I had on a different color shirt so y'all can see how long this hair is, because I'm about to cut it. I'm about to cut the hair. Anyway, so let's talk about your favorite brick lady, child. This is a whole hot mess. It has been an entire hot mess from day one. And they say no. I know, y'all, but the hair it's getting too heavy. It's really getting too heavy. And when I say cut it, I don't necessarily mean cut it all the way off. I just mean like back to shoulder length. So yeah, it's just getting too heavy, child. So here we go with Roda. Y'all see her holding her almighty brick. Y'all see her holding her almighty brick. Let's get into it. So she's handed herself in. We see the mugshot. They issued a warrant for her arrest. And I felt like there was some things that she was being dishonest about from jump. I truly did. Excuse me. And her character and her credibility was questionable from jump, so to speak, right? I personally find the believe all victims mantra to be quite problematic, because you've got to critically think. And if it was your family member on the receiving end of the accusation in any circumstance, you would want somebody to critically think and, investigate what did or did not happen within said incident, right? If it was my brother, my uncle, my cousin, or whoever, I wouldn't want whoever. Susie next door accused my uncle or my cousin of doing whatever. And the whole believe all victims comes in, and automatically, you know, my uncle or my cousin is villainized because without an investigation, it's just, oh, believe her and what she's accusing. I don't think so. And that's whether the accuser is a male or female or whatever the case is. It's problematic. What's wrong with critically thinking and looking at the evidence that we have and the evidence that we don't have? That person's character, and taking all of that, all three of those things and more into account. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with us thinking? What's wrong with us asking questions? And why are we monsters if we really want to look into what has or has not happened? Rhoda then turned herself in and deleted her social media. Rhoda is actually somebody who likes to scam. Before we even get started with this, I want to show you all this clip. Take a look, hit thumbs up. If you haven't already, drop your pancakes down below because we are about to go into the rabbit hole just a smidge, and I'll be your tour guide. Let's go.
Let's say whatever, everything was lied. It's crazy to me how they would go so hard against a black person that they think is a scammer. But you have these white police officers who unalived black children and made $1 million and had a GoFundMe. And they did not bring that energy to these people that hate us. And that's what really upsets me about my people. And I tell this to every single person that has an issue with you, that try to get you shut down. I'm like, how dare y'all come at this black woman and y'all don't even have the facts.
And y'all,
you got
we also say that black people, we love scamming. We talk about scamming all the time. Since when do we have a problem with scamming? Last time I checked, I want black people to scam. They scammed us.
Rolex on your wrist, a plain giant.
Had this been a statement that was separate from this conversation and far from the questions that didn't have any proximity to her GoFundMe, you might be able to write it off and be like, well, the context was different. She was in the middle of being asked and talking about her GoFundMe for this brick accident and people calling that GoFundMe a scam. And she says, well, what's wrong with scamming? Black people, we love to scam. Why shouldn't we scam? Amid the same conversation and the same sentencing about her GoFundMe being legitimate or credible. And this is what she says out of her mouth. If this was something she said years ago or with just totally outside of this conversation, you might be able to write it off and say, the context was different. I want y'all to listen one more time to make sure y'all understand where I'm coming from, because context is extremely important. Y'all know one thing I do on this channel is stuff will go viral online. And people will take a 15, 20, 30-second clip and make a whole video about it without watching the surrounding context. Me, I'm going to watch the surrounding context regardless of how problematic it is to let you know exactly what the context was and what it is, because context always matters for me, to me, in my opinion, instead of chopping and pasting different parts of people's conversations. Context is important over here, and that's something I stand on. It is a part of the integrity that I stand on here. So there might even be somebody and some platform that I don't like, that I don't want to give a click or a view to, but I will not be reporting on a 15, 20-second clip from somebody that I don't like without seeing everything that surrounds it to make sure that I'm not jumping off the deep end and responding to a snippet that was intentionally just clipped out. We're going to listen to the context in its entirety. Listen to this. She is a problematic person. Roda is a problematic person. Period, point blank.
Let's say whatever, everything was lied. It's crazy to me how they would go so hard against a black person that they think is a scammer. But you have these white police officers who unalived black children and made $1 million and had a GoFundMe. And they did not bring that energy to these people that hate us. And that's what really upsets me about my people. And I tell this to every single person that has an issue with you, that try to get you shut down. I'm like, how dare y'all come at this black woman and y'all don't even have the facts.
And y'all,
you
we
got
also say that black people, we love scamming. We talk about scamming all the time. Since when do we have a problem with scamming? Last time I checked, I want black people to scam. They scammed us.
Rolex on your wrist, a plain giant.
So someone's asking you about the credibility of your GoFundMe because it's in doubt by a great majority of people. And you say, well, what's wrong with scamming? Black people scam. We like to scam. And blah, 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 blah. And, you know, I have a problem with the we aspect of it because I'm so sorry. I do not consider Roda to be black. Call it what you want. This is a Somali woman. And the Somali people have disowned her because she's problematic. And it goes back deep. Her name is Row Reports now, but it was something else before because she had a dance hall channel with a former partner, romantic partner. She's always been so problematic. She had an issue at the Dollar Tree and said she was going to sue them. She had an issue at the hotel. She had an issue in the Twin Cities saying that a security guard outside of a club, a security guard at a club had assaulted her. When the investigation concluded, they concluded that she was not assaulted by a black security guard male. And we've all seen the video from 2020 that looked just like the video that is problematic, right? And it's difficult to take somebody like this serious. It's kind of like the boy who cried wolf. And now, while both Roda and the guy can seem shady at the same time, doesn't mean that Roda is being truthful. It really doesn't. I don't think that either one of them are being 100% truthful. What we do know is before law enforcement and these articles came out and said that she hit the guy first and the guy hit her back, the guy said that as well, right? So there are so many moving pieces to this. There's so many. Roda has changed her story so many times. But I wanted to bring forth to you all what's happening, or at least where I'm coming from with as far as my thought process with her. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into, and yes, I did let's see, child, like I told you, I'm rusty. This is my first video of the year, child. Give me a little bit of grace. Okay, getting the show together. It takes a lot of work, especially when you've got several topics. And I do truly care about giving you all quality shows over just like rushing to go live. I want to give y'all graphics. I want to have some background. Y'all not just about to sit here and look at my face on a screen like, let's just talk about, and some people do, and more props to them. I'd rather have the graphics and everything. And I think it makes it easier for people who are sifting through the video if I don't get the opportunity to put in the timestamps and the chapter markers. So I thought this was, let me just first go ahead and say this. I need to give credit to this person, and I'm not even really quite sure who they are, right? So when it comes to this imagery, because as you can see, Rhoda on this GoFundMe, the image that they used was her eating a watermelon, okay? And then somebody photoshopped the watermelon out of her hand and put a brick there. Baby, I died. I fell out. I can't lie. I thought it was funny as hell that they photoshopped the brick into her hand. But, you know, she's turned herself in. All right. She's turned herself in. And yeah, I missed y'all as well. I really did. Okay. So initially I was this article led me to believe that her bond was going to be $50,000, right? And then I had to go back and reread the article, and it basically said that they were proposing a $50,000 bond. Let's see. Okay. So here we can see it says the Harris County District Attorney's Office is asking the court to enter a $50,000 bail on the theft by deception charge that she now faces here. So I said, okay, you know, people are only required to give 10% of that. So she would only need to give $5,000 in order to get out, right? And so I'm like, okay. Now, then there was this Q&A. There was this Q&A that I was able to dig up and share this screen. I'm going to read through this.
The woman at the center of a viral video who claimed a man threw a brick at her head because she would not give him her phone number is now wanted by Houston police. This story got national attention after that woman live streamed what she claimed was the aftermath on Instagram and started a GoFundMe. Only KPRC2's Bryce Newberry is talking with the prosecutor on this case tonight. He joins us live near the Galleria with the latest. Bryce.
Daniela, Houston police got called to this street in September, and when they arrived, the woman seen in that viral video told them that an Uber driver threw a brick at her head and then tried to kidnap her. But tonight, she has become the focus of this criminal investigation because Houston police say the surveillance footage captured by cameras on this street doesn't match her story.
Yo, this man just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watched.
This video with more than 1 million likes on the Shade Room's Instagram page captured the moments after what appeared to be a brutal attack in West Houston.
Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face?
The woman is 33-year-old Rhoda Osman.
What have I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this?
Seen here in tears in a hospital gown.
She told the detective that responded that she was hit in the head with a brick after she refused to give her phone number to a guy on the street.
And was that verified by any of the evidence that detectives looked at?
No, that was not verified.
Harris County prosecutor Keith Houston says surveillance videos from that early September morning show Osman hitting a man first.
So she's the one she was the aggressor.
She was the aggressor, yes.
And it was a water bottle that hit her, not a brick?
He did have a water bottle in his hand, and we think that's what left the mark.
According to court documents, she asked someone else to launch this GoFundMe for her recovery, raising more than $42,000. But as the story went viral, a blogger on TikTok called police, alerting them to this 2020 GoFundMe, which claimed a vicious assault by a security guard in Minneapolis.
Detective Thornton verified with Minneapolis police that there was no assault done at that time. It was completely fictional.
Prosecutors allege theft by deception and believe she would have received all that money had the campaign not been shut down.
The violence that I have suffered since September 3rd is just unbelievable. I can't even believe I'm here. They try to leave me for dead.
In an Instagram story posted Wednesday, Osman addressed those who have doubted her.
I actually have things going on in my life. I actually have real ways to make money. I don't have to get a GoFundMe for money. I actually can earn income because I'm actually educated and I actually am talented.
And tonight, a spokesperson for GoFundMe telling KPRC2 GoFundMe has zero tolerance for the misuse of our platform. The fundraiser has been removed from the platform. All donors have been refunded, and Roda Osman has been banned from using the platform for any future fundraisers. Osman did not respond when I reached out to her on Instagram this evening. Tonight, she is wanted here in Harris County on that theft charge. Anyone with information on her whereabouts can report that to Houston Police. We're live near the Galleria. I'm Bryce Newberry, KPRC 2 News.
All right, Bryce, thank you. Let's shift.
Buckle up, everyone. Crown Royal is giving one winner the royal treatment at the Houston.
All right, now we don't care about all that. Y'all doing too much. Y'all doing too much. Okay, so my whole thing was the deception by fraud. Her charge, and listen, I ain't taking up for her in any way, shape, or form, because she's dishonest and she's an attention whore. Honestly, that's how she's been. This is her third GoFundMe, and she has repeatedly done this time after time. My whole thing was GoFundMe refunded all of these funds. Everybody who donated, they gave the monies back. So my thing is, okay, well, define fraud. Okay, she garnered a lot of sympathy online, even though she got a lot of hate too, but she garnered a lot of sympathy online. But if she never touched the money, then where's the fraud if she didn't touch the funds? Let me bring up a keyword for you. And then I spoke to my lawyer friend. Okay, here we are. Let's make this bigger. Did Roda ever access the money raised from the go? First of all, let me tell you who this is talking. Keith Houston is the cybercrimes chief prosecutor at the Harris County District Attorney's Office. Now, all of these articles are coming from the same place, the local news outlet right there in HPD, which is the Harris County Police Department. Okay. And so the question was, did Roda ever get access to the money raised from the GoFundMe? And this guy says, my understanding is that she did not get any of the money, but she did also put her personal IDs for Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal so people can send her money directly. The key word here is my understanding. So I feel like there's some things that they're not telling us, because I'm like, how is it fraud if you haven't touched the money? And again, I want to reiterate and make it very clear. I am not taking up for her, because I do feel like she is a very fraudulent person. But I'm just trying to understand the technicalities within these types of charges. So when I had correspondence with my attorney friend today, let me find it. Okay. To prove wire fraud, a prosecutor must prove the following elements beyond all reasonable doubt. The accused was involved in a scheme to defraud another individual. An example could be obtaining money or another commodity of value through false pretenses. The defendant was shown to have made false representations material to scheme and defraud. The accused acted knowingly or had the intent to defraud. The defendant used wire, radio, television, or other electronic means to transmit a material misrepresentation in interstate or foreign commerce. Okay. And this is in the area specific to Roda. So hypothetically, GoFundMe refunded the money. Okay. The crime of wire fraud was already committed, not the crime of theft. Now, if she pulled the money from the first GoFundMe, because, you know, Roda had another GoFundMe before this one, then, you know, we'd have the theft by fraud or or theft by fraud or deception. So wait a minute. There was one other thing that I wanted to read to y'all. The fact that she conducted all of this on the internet basically means that she essentially like had an intent to commit wire fraud, technically, according to that location. No matter what the story is, Harris County, Texas will prosecute her until they get a guilty verdict. So she was now she did say she was new to Texas, but this was the wrong county for her to be playing these games in. Because they're using technicalities and the fact that she used the internet in order to defraud the public in large, in order to bring in all of these funds. My initial thought was, okay, she gained access to this money. My first thought was, okay, she cashed out. She cashed out. This is why it's considered fraud. And GoFundMe refunded each and every donor or patron, and GoFundMe took the hit. I've never seen GoFundMe make a public statement before based on a scandal or based on anything at all. And I was thinking, okay, since GoFundMe took a $42,000 hit, refunded everybody that money, this is why they're going so hard. But no, this still classifies as wire fraud because she, attempted to do this and to defraud the public and to collect so much money. So I do think that they are going to make an example out of her. I truly believe they are going to make an example out of her. Let me make sure I read you all everything that I have. The crime of wire fraud was already committed, not the crime of theft. So even if we just take, I felt like within the Q&A, when you have a detective saying, well, it's to my understanding that she didn't touch all the money, you can't take a statement like it's to my understanding, because his understanding could be false, knowingly or unknowingly, right? And so that can't be used in the court of law. So I felt like he didn't definitively answer that question. He didn't say, Rhoda got that money and she cashed out. He also didn't say Rhoda didn't get that money. She never touched it. She never saw it. He made sure he stayed in a gray area when he responded to that question. So I'm like, well, did she really touch the money or not? And how can she technically be charged with fraud if, let's just say, she didn't touch the money? And speaking to my lawyer friend earlier today, they told me the crime of wire fraud was already committed, not the crime of theft, which made sense because that was my question. If she didn't touch the money, then how is it fraud? Well, it would be theft if she got the money. So there are some details, in my opinion, from my perspective, that they are not sharing with the public. And that's okay. You have to keep some details and some things close to your chest so that your defendants aren't able to then strategize and put together some sort of excuse to get out of it, right? You've got to keep your cards secret. It's just like, playing spades or Uno or bullshit or anything. So yeah, the fact that she used GoFundMe is still technically considered wire fraud, but not necessarily theft. If she actually touched the money, maybe they could add on theft too. Who knows what they'll do in the last hour, but she will be back in court. She's already bonded out. And she's due back in court on March 5th. So this is interesting. This is really interesting. Okay. What are y'all thoughts about it? It's a lot of specifics when it comes to her. Somebody said, Leo quiet. Exactly. Leo quiet. Shoot. So yeah, it's really interesting. And it's interesting because at first they were asking for a $50,000 bail bond, but they ended up getting a $10,000 bail bond, which meant that she only needed $1,000 to bail out. And that is why she's free now. So that's why I wanted to pull up the first article, because they were asking for $50,000. The fact that they were asking for $50,000 and then they only got $10,000 means that they're really trying to throw the book. Well, I wouldn't say throw the book. I would say that they're trying to make an example out of her, is what I would say. Is what I would say, honestly. Yeah, it was deceptive. It was absolutely. I have to go find me restricted access. Yeah. Yeah. It was deceptive. Not somebody typed Leo be quiet and then he actually got quiet, child. Now he actually got quiet then. So that is that. I wanted to come on here and give y'all this video. It was a bit longer than I wanted it to be, but listen, I had to jump in the water. I knew I was gonna be rusty when I came back, but I knew I had to get started somehow. I'm like, listen, I'm trying to get back to my stickies. I'm trying to get back to my audience. Okay. And we'll talk more in the next video, but I don't want this video to be too long. I do want to talk about the color purple in the next video. Okay, I will say that. But we did get into the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The only thing that I really did want to talk about in this video that I didn't talk about was the Just Hilarious Breakfast Club thing. But we will talk about that in the next video as well. Let me make sure I write that down so I don't forget it. But how are y'all doing? How are y'all doing? Do y'all have any other topics y'all want me to talk about in the next video? All right. I wrote that down. The color purple, Just Hilarious. And anything kind of new that pops up or pops off, just let me know. It is a new year, baby. It is a new year. It is. It's a new year. It's a new day. It's a new life. It's a new everything, child. So we are ready. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let you all go. I cannot wait to continue to engage with you all. This was so, oh, you know what? I got a couple of things I need to read from the channel members and stuff. Okay, shout out to Shay the Gem Dropper, who was a channel member. MK has been a member for 22 months. Hey, Stickies. Yes, yes, yes. Shout out to the Samantha Edit. Thank you all so much. Karen has been a member for 18 months. Thank you so much. Danny in these YouTube streets has been a member for 4 months. Yes, yes, yes. Shout out to all of y'all. Come get this commentary too. Yes. Shout out to all of you all. I am so eternally grateful for my channel members, for my moderators, for my Discorders, to my stickies. And really, I'm grateful for all of y'all. But, you know, when you go a little bit above and beyond as a supporter of mine and my platform, you know, a totem pole begins to form. So it's like the channel members, the moderators, you know, all of y'all. Like, I am so grateful, especially because I have not been consistent lately. A lot of you all know that. That's no secret. That is no secret. I have not been consistent lately. And I always preach to y'all about taking care of your mental health. And don't get online and click off of videos if your mental health ain't right, and take care of you. Forget who suffers. I'll even tell y'all that. I tell y'all in the beginning of my videos all the time, if you ain't took care of your invisible problems, click off my video. I'll catch you later. And one thing I'm not going to do is be hypocritical. So when I feel like I haven't taken care of, and when there are things that I need to take care of in my real life, whether it be my mental, whether it be whatever the case is, I have to abide by that. Would I love to show up to y'all 3, 4, 5 times a week? Yeah, but if I'm empty, if I'm broken, if I'm not right, I'm not fin to bleed on y'all or spread miserable energy or give y'all half-ass or janky or nasty energy or sad energy or depressed energy, or, you know, be too busy to even have the ability to understand like everything that's going on in this landscape. I have to take care of me. And so I do take my own advice. And I think that's pretty obvious by the breaks that I take. But I am not proud of the length of the breaks that I have to take. So I knew I had to jump in the water today. I've been wanting to jump in the water lately, but I had washed my hair the day before yesterday, and it takes a lot of time to moisturize all this hair because there's a lot of hair, and my hair was a mess yesterday. I wanted to go live yesterday. It's a lot going on. I'm getting back to y'all. And being consistent is one of my many goals this year. And I'll just leave it there because I'm not like an oversharer, but I don't mind being transparent / relatable when it comes to, you know, my people. Life happens to everybody. Y'all might have y'all people on YouTube who literally give y'all 6, 7 pieces of content a week, and that's great. Shout outs to them. I'm not them, you know, and I have to take care of me. And I have to move at my own pace. I can't try to force myself to show up a certain amount of times if it's a detriment to what I have going on in my real life. But I do still want to be more of a consistent presence for you all, if that makes sense. So that is that. So I do want to become more regular with my regular videos and create somewhat of a schedule, even if it's not a date and time schedule, if it's a certain amount of times a week schedule for my regular viewers, and then behind the paywall for the channel members and the Patreon and things of that nature. So that's that. I do feel like I felt like I owed y'all a bit of an explanation, but I also felt like it's none of y'all fucking business at the same time, if that makes sense. I'm like, I'm gone. They have to understand that I'm taking care of myself, right? But I felt like it was, some of it wasn't y'all business, but I also felt like without y'all, where would this platform be? I owe y'all at least the slightest amount of at least a vague explanation. Where you been, Jane? We missed you. Where you been? I've been taking care of myself. And I feel like it's a mature and a responsible thing to do, to understand when you're not in a headspace to share your energy. Energy is contagious. And if I'm not in an awesome and amazing and a good headspace, I don't want to bring y'all dull, dampening, not so positive energy. And I feel like it's mature and responsible to do. You'll see some people going live and you can tell they're going through something. They bitter, they mean, they nasty, they're down, they're depressed. It's just low. And I'm not willing to share fucked up energy with y'all. I would rather suffer by myself rather than spread it to other people. You know, misery loves company. And I'm not saying I was miserable while I was away, but I also can't say it was rainbows and sunshine while I was away, while I'm like trying to get my mind right. And I didn't want to share that energy with y'all. You know, I don't want to bleed on people who didn't cut me, so to speak, metaphorically speaking, if that makes sense. So I felt like I was doing the right thing by staying away. And I felt like it's time for me to come back because I am getting better. I'm feeling better. I'm doing better. And it's 2024 and I'm ready to talk to y'all and chop it up with y'all and laugh with y'all and inform y'all and break things down to and for y'all and with y'all. And listen, baby, we're back. Okay, it's 1:59. It's time to go. It's been an hour and 59 minutes. So it is time to go. All right. I wish I could read all y'all comments right now. Honestly, if I do, it's going to make me cry, but I'm going to go back in the replay. And I'm going to watch y'all comments. And I'm going to cry later tonight. But that's my business. That's my business. But it's kind of like when you feel in some type of way. And then you have like people giving you a hug. And you wasn't about to cry. But when somebody gives you a hug and then you cry. It's like that. So I can't be reading all your uplifting stuff right now. I cannot. I just can't. All right. So I'm happy to be back. I'm happy that y'all are still here. I'm happy that y'all are still interested in my content and my perspective, the information that I provide to y'all in the way in which I provide it to y'all. I am extremely more grateful than you know. So bye, y'all, because y'all trying to get me emotional. So I got to get the hell up out of here. Goodbye. All right. I love y'all so much. I'm sending y'all positivity, good vibes, and all that stuff as always. I'll catch you in the next video. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you do so. If you are already subscribed, make sure you have turned on all notifications because there's some things in store. And I'm pretty sure y'all don't want to miss out. So make sure you turned on notifications if you've already subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, turn on the notifications. Last but not least, make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button. If you have not, I'm going to hunt you down. I'm going to knock on your door. I'm going to cuss you out. And I don't think y'all want to be cussed out. But nonetheless, don't forget to do something to decompress today. Subscribe and drop some pancake emojis down below. I'll catch y'all next time. Deuces. Bye.
But that's it. If you want to catch more of my commentary on Black culture, or
what you want? What do you want? You want a treat? Oh, you do. Why? Oh, you want a treat? Come on. You deserve. All right. Okay, give me a moment. Damn. Okay, getting up there is a bit much because then people don't want to see your ass. Put your butt away. Oh, but come. How about you come back down here and then go put and get your butt out? They don't. Oh, Lord have mercy. Get your butt out, these people. That's it. It's no more. Get your butt out their face. They don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. So I know they don't want to see it. That's it. It's nothing else going on. It's nothing else going on. You got your pay. You got six treats. That's it. That's all that's going on. It's nothing else. It's nothing else. I'm telling you. It's nothing else at all. Yeah, I love you too. There's nothing else going on though. There's nothing else. Okay, that's it. Tell the people bye up there. Look in the you see, because you still think it's something going on. It's nothing going on. See that? Nothing. So you can camp out up there all night. Ain't nothing else going on. Bye, y'all. Good night.
But that's it. If you want to catch more of my commentary on Black culture or vital and trending information, be sure to subscribe by hitting that little circle in the middle of the screen, or I'll catch you in one of these rectangles to the right in another video. I'll see you there.